So, y'all, tonight we're going to talk about a couple things. One being what I thought about the movie The Harder They Fall, the case of Chrystul Kizer, and Sandra Bullock's cave ass. I'm going to give people time to come in, y'all. Come on in, hit that like button on your way in. Y'all know how I do it. Let's get it in.
It's that shit, you know. You gotta love us. If not, then you should fucking hate us. We that reflection. Who the fuck invited you over? Come from a city, one shot, no do-overs. Heard it was a war, and you left till it blew over. I am not the head that I flew over. Look at you, look at me, look at us. You the type to book a nigga, I'm the type that's cooking up. I'm a plug, he's a plug, she's a plug, need a plug. Well, come and find us, nigga, yeah, look us up. It's really no calling ghosts. Troopers on the highway, fuck that, call it audible. I was moving work before they made phones portable. Probably once you did if you a rat, when I thought of you. I'm in the cut, and I'm smoking herb. I say it around here, then I spoke a word. Yeah, this shit is like poetry. Can't hold on, but you can't let go of me.
Cause this the shit the niggas faint for. I got a wilder nigga, anything you hear, nigga, breathe on. This the shit the niggas faint for. It's about the principles, my nigga. This the shit the niggas bleed for. The shit the niggas faint for. Money and the power. Respect is what we bleed for. This the shit the niggas bleed for. Life is up and down like the seesaw.
Word to have was a have not. Found a way to have. As you see, I have mad spots. Chilling in the crib, laying low, call me padlock. Use your third eye or you pumpkin pie, meaning that you sweet. Know the ride before you jump inside. Trying to get this cake, we ain't talk about Dunkin' Hines. Yeah, I'm playing bass, eat food, so I hunt for mines. Wanna kill a ghost, fuck you, better jump in line.
And wait your turn, we ain't worried about the little shit. Feel the clips, niggas ready know how the hood to get. The jealousy of linger, snitches wouldn't point the finger. Handle that before you know it, nigga, it's the Grim Reaper. Breathing down your neck with the dragon fire. My niggas hunger for the most, it's the appetizer. I'm on you clowns like a magnifier. And you laying in the box, the only thing that can satisfy us. Around your neck, I'll probably wrap a wire. Drop your body in the woods, looking like you got hit by a tractor tire. My peoples be the ones y'all worry about. When we in the buildings, niggas try to hurry up and scurry out. Meet you at the door with the 4-4. Your man didn't like me, now he gon' die for the wrong cause. Heard a shot and a long pause. By the time the paramedics came through, he was long gone. Cause this the shit the niggas faint for. I got a wilder nigga, anything you hear, nigga, breathe on. This the shit the niggas faint for. It's about the principles, my nigga. This the shit the niggas bleed for. The shit the niggas faint for. Money and the power. Respect is what we bleed for. This the shit the niggas bleed for. Life is up and down like the seesaw.
See, y'all ain't ready for no shit like that. I shouldn't even played it, because I know y'all ain't ready.
Hey yo, so you telling me after all this crazy shit you've been through, you still the same nigga? Pretty much. This is us, this that death before designer, I ain't never switching up. I'm calm when it's volatile, the streets will try to swallow you whole. Spit out the bones and any dumb nigga that followed you. I'm down for the cause, so if it's on, then it's probable. One you motherfuckers won't be making it to the hospital. My word is my bond, I'm a time bomb ticking. If that line cross, line niggas never vibed with us. Anyway, remember when every day was a henny day? Now it's offshore accounts using any excuse to get away. Been writing lately, jotting down my thoughts, can't put the pen away. If my past self wrote me a note, what would the message say? Stay the course, fuck what these niggas doing, they unstable. They fold like card tables, they better bow out graceful, or slugs will lay them right where they stand. Get blamed up, nigga, trying to stunt for the gram.
Havoc in the ghost. We gon' bring you havoc, turn you ghost. You just wanna post, we just wanna gross. Name a spot in the city, nigga. Know we run the most. Come to rap, we be lapping niggas. It ain't even close. Havoc in the ghost. We gon' bring you habit, turn you goose. You just wanna post, we just wanna gross. Name a spot in the city, nigga. Know we run the most. Come to rap, we be lapping niggas. It ain't even close. That is half, this the other P. I've been doing my thing since they called jeans dungarees. If it ain't a bullet of love, what do you want from me? If I ain't sent for you, nigga, don't you come for me. YO the QB, Uzi in the doobie in the coupe, colored ruby. Yeah, my handgun is bougie. It's stuck up, nigga. Get stuck up, nigga. Send an addy, fuck all that. Pull the truck up, nigga. What up? What up? Then another what up? I got the toast. Who wanna be the one to butter him up? You fuck around. The police have to cover him up. I'm peaceful, but you know I'm still good.
Let me turn my shit down real quick. First and foremost, shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Black first, second, and third. I think it was yesterday. My brother hit me up, and he was like, "Yo, you heard that new Havoc and Styles album?" And I didn't even know they had dropped one, so I had to check the shit out, man. I mean, of course, it's gonna be some hard shit. You got Havoc involved and Styles P, one of the hardest motherfuckers that ever touched a microphone. So I had to check that out. Name of the album is, I'm gonna try to get better about doing this for y'all too, because a lot of people hit me about music. The name of the album is Wreckage Manor, which is a weird ass name for, I see what they're saying, but it's a weird ass name for it. But Wreckage Manor, Havoc, and Styles P album. All right. Now, y'all, if you haven't hit the like button already, hit the like button. If you haven't shared the video, share the shit. I'm gonna start off by dealing with the movie that niggas was hitting me up telling me I needed to watch. It was a good movie, and that was The Harder They Fall. I think we actually talked about it on it here when I was talking about the movie King Richard. People was telling me I need to see The Harder They Fall. I actually went and watched, and let me tell you something, man. First of all, they did a good job using actual real people, as to you could look these people up and read a little bit about their lives. So I found myself doing that as I was watching this movie. I'm gonna tell you, man, like this movie puts you in a tough position, at least I'll say from a viewer perspective, where you kind of want to root for the good guy, which would be Nat Love in this situation. The guy that played Nat Love was the brother that played in Lovecraft Country. Now he could have been in something else. I just know him from that. He was in Lovecraft Country, but you want to root for Nat Love considering what happened to him when he was a child, 10 years old, right? But then you see the mission of what was Idris Elba's character? What was his last name? Hank. I think it's Hanks or something. I don't know his last name, y'all. So don't have me. I mean, you're gonna get me start lying for trying to guess it. Idris Elba's character. It puts you in a tough spot, okay? Because once you saw what Idris Elba's character was trying to do, what he was trying to build over in a city, western town called Redwood. What he was trying to do was have a black city. Okay? But you know, Nat Love is a Rufus Buck. Good correction. Rufus Buck. My bad, y'all, for fucking it up. I just call him Idris Elba, okay? Goddamn shit. Rufus Buck. Buck, his character was trying to build a black city called Redwood, or he was trying to build up a black city, you know. And you understand Nat Love's perspective because you watch Rufus Buck. Okay, spoiler alert. If I didn't say it already. Y'all, I don't do movie reviews a lot, but spoiler the fuck alert. All right. You watch Rufus Buck murder this man's dad and his mom. You watch him do it with the golden ass motherfucking guns and shit, right? So you understand where Nat Love is coming from, but then you understand his mission, and you like, wait, I'm with that shit. Almost like when you watching the motherfucking X-Men and you see how Magneto trying to wipe out humankind and shit like that. You like, I don't want to root for this motherfucker, but I understand what he's trying to do. I understand the mindset in this particular situation and what always happens. Now, Rufus gets locked up. Now he gets pardoned, which covers, that covers in the story. But there's a coon that's left in charge in this city. The sheriff of the town. I'm not even going to make an attempt as his name. Not even going to try. The sheriff of Redwood, while Rufus is gone, basically sells the city out to the caves. Right? And it's always a coon, ain't it? It don't matter where you look for black folk in history. There is always a coon. Okay. And now the money that was supposed to fund this city, they was robbing banks for it. They was robbing white banks for it. But what happened is Nat Love, some of his homies, robbed the robbers. And that motherfucker told him, you don't even know who money you stealing, right? And that put them on a path to each other, which Nat Love been looking for him the whole time. The only reason he couldn't get to him because, he was in prison. But once he escaped, Regina King played his right hand. I mean, I ain't never see him. They wasn't actually, no type of sexually involved, but she was, she was a rider for him. She was a rider for him. And she told him, I believe in your vision. And as long as you got this vision, I'm going to ride with you. If at any point this vision goes astray, so will I. Some of the realest shit. I mean, I was like, God damn, that's the type of loyalty you're looking for out here in the streets, right? Too bad it's typically in the movie script where you're going to get that type of shit happening, right? So I don't know if they was romantically involved, but I know that was wrote. He had his crew. Nat Love had his crew. A part of Nat Love's crew, he had Stagecoach Mary with him. He had, and then Bass Reeves wasn't with him at first, but Bass Reeves became a motherfucker that was on his team now. And if you know anything about Bass Reeves, now Bass Reeves I knew of prior to seeing this. That brother deserves his own movie. He deserves his own situation. Now, of course, that word on the streets is the Caves Jack the Lone Ranger story from Bass Reeves. Bass Reeves was a bad motherfucker for real. Done caught over 3,000 fugitives and never been shot. This was a magical nigga. This was a magical nigga. That's what he was. A magical nigga. We have those throughout history. If you look back some, he deserves his own movie. But in here, he becomes on Nat Love's team to go hunt down Rufus Buck. Now, this part confused me a little bit because it was to my understanding that Rufus Buck was given a pardon by the state for wiping out this whole train of cave motherfucking soldiers that had apparently raped some women in a town, killed the kids and all this type of shit. So he got a pardon. So I didn't know why Bass Reeves was even on him like that. The boy got a pardon, so you got to kind of let that ride. You know what I'm saying? Like, that part confused me a little bit. But, Bass Reeves was like, okay, I'm going to go help this boy, Nat, find this man and shit, right? But they had stolen Rufus Buck's money, and he was using that money to fund the town. And then when he got to the town and found out the money was gone, he was going to tax the town. And the motherfuckers in the town like, look, bro, I don't know what the fuck made you think you can come in here and just goddamn tax the team. He done beat the shit out of the sheriff in the middle of the goddamn streets and ran him off, his coon ass. But the motherfuckers tell him like, look, bro, we ain't got that type of money. We don't have that type of money. And it was one scene in here, yo, where was a motherfucker in there telling Rufus, like, look, man, like, we I don't know what the fuck you thinking. It was a black man. And in front of the town, to get the town together, tell him about this new tax. Black man says, look, man, I don't know what the fuck basically you doing out here, but we ain't really got it like that, man. I don't know what you thinking, but the shit you talking about ain't gonna happen, really. Buck killed his ass, but Buck killed him. But prior to him killing him, he said, "You gonna be an enemy later." Basically, like, I'm gonna go ahead and kill you now because I can see coon coming out your mouth. You got a whole raccoon crawling up your damn throat and coming out your mouth. I'm gonna go ahead and knock you off now. Shout out to Harriet Tubman. She had to do that some of that type of work. So I'm telling y'all, it put me in a fucked up position watching this shit. Cause I'm sitting here like, well, maybe if all these niggas just get together, they can do the Redwood thing together as a team. Like, right? Why I gotta be beef? Now, of course, you got a situation with Nat Love, and he, basically he coming for Rufus Buck's head because he murdered his dad and his mom. But what they exposed when they found each other after they get through doing this, you know how Western movies are. They had this big showdown, fuck up a whole town, and shit like that, right? But then he tells him how your daddy was my daddy before he was your daddy. And he was a fucked up ass nigga when he was my daddy. And he killed my mother. So what I did for your daddy was come back to murder his motherfucking bitch ass for killing my mom. And I killed your mom just for collateral. Now, I do think that's fucked up that he killed the mom. I don't know why he couldn't just kill the dad. But, motherfucker's crazy, whatever. But he killed the boy mom in front of him and put that cross on his head. And he said he put that on his head so he could see him coming. So to me, I was like, if he'd have just killed the dad, maybe that story would have been enough to rob. But Nat Love still murdered his ass. He didn't even fight. There wasn't even no big showdown or nothing like that. There wasn't no big showdown between them. He told him that story and basically told him to seek his motherfucking revenge. And he just shot him. And you know how they be getting, how movies when they be having a motherfucker be all emotional as fuck and they be shooting the motherfucker even though they done ran out of bullets. They go pow, 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 click, 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 while they sitting there crying and shaking and shit. So they go through one of these type of scenes with these two motherfuckers. I'm like, they ain't even fight. There wasn't no gunfight or nothing like that. He just said, yeah, take your revenge. I couldn't bring myself to kill my brother, though. I could kill your mama. Like he had morals and shit. I could kill your mama, even though I know a child gonna need at least one parent out this bitch. You gonna act like he was all moral and shit. I couldn't bring myself to kill my brother. Like, I mean, couldn't you just kill your daddy and let that, like, why you had to kill my dad, my mom, and then brand me? You could have left all that shit alone. You could just kill the dad, left my mom alone. She ain't no shit. She ain't had nothing to do with her. I ain't no shit. You could have left the innocent people alone, bitch. Leave the innocent people alone, right? But Rufus Buck, it does put you in that position, man. It wasn't a bad movie. It was okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that, like I say, them having a historical characters in the cast and make you go do a little research, I think that was dope. I think, again, Bass Reeves needs his own movie. Black actors, black entertainers. I know y'all coons, but come on now. Bass Reeves been waiting long enough. He been waiting long enough. He been waiting long enough. Like, for real. Bass Reeves been waiting long enough. Like, this is a goddamn superhero at this point. You got these motherfuckers that'll make all these motherfucking movies, the caves, that they'll make 1,000 movies about the Punisher. Won't they? 1,000 movies about the Punisher. I don't know of one that's specifically about Bass Reeves. Black directors, black actors, black entertainers. Come on now. Like, come on. Y'all done sit here and let John Wick surpass Bass Reeves when I believe, like, John Wick, cold motherfucker, okay? Not taking nothing away from John Wick in the series. Great action-packed series. But we got a John Wick ass nigga over here that's historical, that was never shot. That's historical. Ryan, you lying like hell. Don't be correcting me with wrong information. Maybe not 1,000 movies, but The Punisher has more than 2 movies. And if it does, just maybe I'm thinking about the series too. I mean, whatever, motherfucker. You know what the fuck I'm saying. I don't. You niggas is gonna be in here nitpicking. Now go ahead with that bullshit tonight. I don't got time. You know what the fuck I'm saying, right? Bass Reeves has 0. The Punisher got more than him. John Wick got at least 3, and the 4th one is coming, right? You feel what the fuck I'm saying, though, right? Niggas, man. I might block niggas tonight for this type of shit because I don't got patience. I don't got patience for niggas tonight. To not hear the point to say, oh, well, really the Punisher only got 2 movies. The bitch got movies, a series on Netflix, comic books. I mean, just goddamn. For those who understood the point, Bass Reeves deserves some recognition. He was a cold motherfucker in real life, not no made up shit. Nah, Elijah, they can't let Tyler Perry touch this shit. This real shit we talk about. They can't let Tyler Perry be a part of this shit right here. I know. I read an article about Denzel the other day. He was talking about how he's getting more into the producer role. He likes doing that producer role. He likes that. So, you know, maybe Denzel could touch on it. Somebody, man, like they made The Equalizer. It was a real motherfucker in real life that was about that life, and it's on some Western shit. You know what I'm saying? Most Westerns gonna be, cave Westerns. Western movies about cowboys and shit. Outlaws and all this shit. Bass Reeves was a real person who was about that life in real life. Okay? He deserves a movie. All right? Now, I'm going to go from this. And if you've seen the movie, if you haven't seen the movie, rather, it's worth checking out. A Black Western. It's worth checking out. There were some things in there that was said, like I said, that was on some, Black power shit, but it put me in that position where I'm rooting for Rufus' character. His idea, what he had in his mind, I'm rooting for that. The ways in which he's going about to get it, it's subjective. You know what I'm saying? But I'm rooting for his vision. But Nat Love was painted as the good guy because he was seeking vengeance for Rufus murdering his mom and his dad. So there's that. Now we're going to segue over to Chrystul Kizer. And I'm going to share my see. Oh, that was gangster. Mia, I'm going to just tell you that was a gangster ass scene. Regina King was not playing on that train when she murdered all them rapist ass caves. Was not playing games. Gangster. But now we're going to talk about Chrystul Kizer, who's fighting for her life right now, right? I'm gonna share the screen on this. We're gonna get this. This is some serious shit right here. I'm gonna share the screen. Let me show y'all this. Let's get into it. Let's get into Chrystul Kizer. And if you're like me, I felt like a fucking idiot when I saw this because I didn't see it prior. I didn't know about Chrystul Kizer. I knew about, there was a similar story with, I don't want to say her name. I'm going to say Miss Brown because I always fuck that first name up. I don't know whether it's Centoya or I always fuck it up. I'll say Miss Brown, okay? There's a similar story with Miss Brown who served all that time for murdering essentially her trafficker, okay? As you can see here, I got this from the Shade Room, which really could be the Coon Room if you want to be honest about it. But it says the public calls for justice for Chrystul Kizer, who faces life in prison for murdering the man that sex trafficked her. Prosecutors argue self-defense after Kyle Rittenhouse acquittal. Now, we talked about the Kyle Rittenhouse case, his acquittal. We knew what it was going to be. It is what it is, right? But her people that's on her motherfucking team said, okay, now if y'all gonna let him off for self-defense, this has to be self-defense. Let's just depose it. Let me show y'all. They're gonna just depose these stories here. Chrystul Kizer fatally shot Randall Voller III in 2018, arguing that he sexually abused and sex trafficked her and other underage black girls in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Kyle Rittenhouse fatally shot 2 men and injured 1 during protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin, argued he was ambushed. Now, we understand this dynamic. If you're part of B123, we understand that black people are going to be railroaded by this system no matter what, and the caves will be let the fuck off. This is what they get to do. Okay? There's a system in place that looks out for them. We have to go the extra mile, fight, and do all this extra shit, right? They set that precedent, like, Ellie is saying it. They set the precedent for it. Now we're going to see if this works for a black girl. Okay? Hold on. I ain't mean to do that. Hold on. I ain't mean to do that. Both parties were 17 at the time of their crimes occurred. And I'm going to put crimes in quotes for her because I don't think that's a crime. That's self-defense. And both were charged with intentional homicide charges. Both parties claim self-defense. Chrystul is facing life in prison and still awaiting trial. Kyle Rittenhouse has been acquitted of all charges. We understand this, right? We see the bullshit. I didn't know about this in 2018. That's why I'm trying to catch everybody up to speed, because I didn't know anything about her story. All I knew was about the Brown story. I knew about that. Now check this out. It was later revealed by the Washington Post that both prosecutors and the Kenosha police had evidence that Voller, who is white, a cave, had abused Kizer and other underage black girls just months before his death. A 15-year-old girl accused him of drugging and threatening to kill her, according to the Post, and police found exploitative videos of Voller abusing girls who appeared as young as 12, the Post reported. Now, let me show y'all this. Y'all remember when Kyle Rittenhouse, old cave ass, when he shot these other cave motherfuckers that was up at that protest, what people did was bring up their records. Said one of them was a convicted sex offender or some shit. This is how they justified the murder. Y'all remember that? This is how they justified the murder. Okay? That's how they justified it. They're saying that the police had evidence showing that this cave was on some bullshit, showing that he was trafficking girls, abusing young girls. So why wouldn't, well, we know why. I guess the question as to why is moot at this point. But if you look at this, why wouldn't that be brought up at the trial? Like, look, y'all got videotapes of him abusing underage girls. Any one of these girls, and it didn't even have to be her, any one of those girls that would have murdered him, that has to be self-defense. Look at what he's doing. They did a favor to mankind. But when you're black, you don't get these same types of rights. You don't get the same type of understanding. And this is what I try to tell coons when they come out here acting like we just making this shit up. You can just put two stories like this side by side and ask them to explain. Now, a good coon, now I put good in quotation marks. I'm saying they're good for the coon cause. They have the passion of the coon. They'll come up with a just cause. I'm almost certain that a coon like Candace Owens, she'll come up with some explanation as to why this black girl deserves this type of punishment, why she deserves to still be sitting in prison facing life. A good coon will explain this shit away, make it logical to themselves. But we see this is America, 3Ks, don't get this shit fucked up, incorporated, being yet again a racist ass hypocrite that's flying under the banner of democracy. and equal justice for all, these fake ass monikers that they want me to honor, or I'm being an extremist. I'm being disrespectful to the country because I say, fuck America. 3Ks don't get this shit fucked up incorporated. And all of its cohorts, all of its supporters. Fuck them all. Because we're looking at it right here. A cave. Running around here. Didn't we just not what was it last year, maybe year before last? The DJ motherfucker that was down in South Carolina having sex with underage girls, giving them HIV. DJ Pope. These caves are running around here doing this type of shit. Meanwhile, this will be ignored by the divestment community. One may ask, well, damn, Rob, how the fuck is that possible? Because them bitches are coons. I'm telling y'all, everything comes down to motherfucking black people, whether they be black men or black women, cooning. That's why this is possible. That's why you won't see these divestment hoes talking about Pope. That's why you won't see them divestment hoes taking up for this young black girl. She killed their hero. This is the hero that they're shining up that doesn't commit crimes, that protects black women, not engaged in any type of behavior that may be pedophilic in any type of way. They don't do that type of shit. Only black men do it. And black women needs to be protected from it. So they need to run to the caves. So they need to run to the caves. He's a better husband. He's a better mate. He's a better protector. Just what we told. But then you hear about Voller and caves like Voller getting knocked the fuck off, and these divestment hoes ain't nowhere to be found. They want to talk about, a video they might have saw of, some random ass coon nigga up in New York doing something to a black woman. Cool. Not saying that doesn't have merit, but these caves is out here moving. And in this divestment whole world, they get to move in silence. They get to be cloaked in innocence and purity. What's talked about is what they built, not how they built it. Through savagery. This is the narrative. These divestment hoes, these hoes that run around here talking all this big girl shit about black men, but you never, ever, ever hear them exposing stories like this. Because they don't want to show you that the cave, the very man that they're putting you up against, that motherfucker is a goddamn savage. They don't want to show you that. They don't want to tell you that the black men that are running around here acting, conducting themselves like coons, all this behavior, they got it from the caves. They don't want to tell you that. They want you to love the teacher. But hate the student. Where the fuck you think these niggas got all that coon shit from? All this degenerate, disgusting fuckery from? They got that shit from the caves. So you exonerate their teacher, you exonerate the Vollers, you exonerate the Popes, you exonerate all these motherfuckers to talk about the students. These bitches that's running around here, and again, if I'm not talking about the people who actually have channels that deal with everything, what you'll see is people lean. I told y'all, we call that shit, that's the Michael Jackson lean. They leaning. As they ignore this, You make black women feel like black women and black girls feel like these caves are safe. That makes black women more of an easy target so they can be, or our little black girls more of an easy target so they can be sex trafficked. Videos of Voller abusing girls who appeared as young as 12. But the white man, that motherfucker ain't never did shit. Now you gonna tell little black girls to feel safe around that motherfucker, but be nervous around black men though. You should question people who do not expose as they're exposing black men and telling the world that white men, the caveman, is better, but then not covering his degeneracy. You should question anybody that's doing that. I don't give a fuck who they are. I don't care who they are. I don't care if you like them, if you agree with some of the stuff they said, or whatever the fuck the case may be. If they're not exposing this, because this would be something that should be talked about. Again, I didn't know about this. I didn't know about the case of Miss Chrystul here, who had every right and every piece of just cause to murder a motherfucker that's sex trafficking her and sexually abusing her. And they see what the fuck type evidence they have against this motherfucker, but yet we're going to see if they honor, because this defense should work. It should work. In a righteous world, it would be no question that it would work. But the fact is, if you black, there's a good chance this won't even work. They will find a way. They will find a way to still prosecute her. We know that's what this country is vested in. We understand that. And if you don't understand that, then you're being oblivious. At this point, I would even say on purpose. There is no reason this little girl shouldn't have been given a key to the motherfucking city, as she made sure if that motherfucker is dead, so the girls that were in his control, they're free. Key to the fucking city. To get that motherfucker not only off the streets, but off the goddamn planet, out of this motherfucking space, period. He deserved it. He deserved it. You motherfuckers wasn't gonna come look for her. Can we talk about that for a second? We know that this so-called your cops and all this shit, we know you motherfuckers ain't gonna come look for her. Black girls go missing all the time. They're not coming to look for them. If they don't see the black girl that's missing, or black girls that's missing, on their way to the motherfucking donut shop and back, it's a goddamn cold case. We tried. I checked under my hood and everything. Based on the fact that black people understand their position in this society, which should also be used to her defense, as to her mental state. If I was her motherfucking lawyer, I damn sure would have coached her on that. Oh, you black. You know ain't nobody coming. You understand this country not looking for you. They don't look for you with the intensity that it looks for its own caves, its own children. You know ain't nobody coming. If she was my client, we would have argued that too. Well, based on the behavior of America, Judge, with your bitch ass, and you part of it too. Based on the behavior of America, she knew wasn't nobody coming. After a day, y'all ruled a cold case. Ain't nobody even looking no more after that. She knew this. Based on that history of this country, she was forced to take matters into her own motherfucking hands. You bitch ass nigga, I arrest my case. Now, of course, we go, we may go in there with a little bit more court etiquette than that, but that's my defense. I dropped the motherfucking mic. Like I'm motherfucking Randy Watson, goddammit. Look at the mental state of black folk. Because again, they always want to look at the mental state of these caves. These lawyers that represent black people need to be driving home the mental state, the pre-existing condition of the black mental state, imposition, and particularly in this type of case. Because if you're a black girl, you know they're not coming. I had no choice. Y'all had stopped looking. Am I making sense right here? How is this possible? It's because she's black. And a lot of y'all want to go away from that. A lot of y'all keep wanting to separate yourselves from that. This is a black woman. This is a black woman. A black girl. Y'all black men and women keep wanting to separate yourself when you see this system is giving you the same unfair treatment. You ignoring that. Because you niggas want to argue all day, right? You keep ignoring your similar conditioned. And then you want to fight amongst your motherfucking selves. This is your daughter. You niggas are dumb. This is your daughter. She was kidnapped, sex trafficked. But because she's black, and even if it was your son, because he's black, this is the situation that they're going to be dealing with. Meanwhile, you bitch ass niggas is out here fighting amongst yourself as to who's responsible for this. A cave man and a cave system. But y'all don't want to fight that though. The only way she would have got y'all together to fight even a little bit is if she'd have been murdered by the fucking cops. That's how fucking stupid you niggas are. And again, it ain't my fault. I wish it wasn't like this. The only way y'all would have been up in arms is if some cops murdered her. That's the only time you niggas can get along for a couple days. Other than that, you all out fucking dumb. Having oppression Olympics. This your daughter. Now, I know y'all don't like to look at stuff like that because you ain't worried about nobody but your kid. But y'all can't keep giving me stats on how many little black girls come up missing. You stupid ass divestment hoes want to keep putting this stat out there and act like this ain't your daughter. And as long as you stay away from black men, she'll be safe. All these black girls missing out here every year. And you niggas, their parents, out here want to goddamn argue. Hold on, let me light my shit up on this. Y'all niggas is dumb. That's all it is to it. Just dumb. Don't even see, can't even understand what's going on out here because you spend too much time arguing over dumb shit. And this your daughter right here. They wouldn't look for your motherfucking daughter. You can worship all the cave bitches and all the cave men you want to. They still ain't gonna look for your motherfucking daughter. Still not gonna give a fuck nothing about looking for your daughter. And if your daughter just so happens to defend herself and murder a motherfucker, they're gonna try to lock her up for life. And you niggas arguing about what you bring to the motherfucking table. Ain't niggas dumb? Is it just me? Like what? What world is this? You niggas arguing about what you bring to the table when truth be told, both of you bringing your pet coon and setting that motherfucker on the table. That's all you bringing. You look coon, you got him a nice little leash. That's all you niggas bringing to the table. There's a whole lot of coon shit. It was DJ Pope, Undiluted TV. We talked about that already. We dealt with that. It's DJ Pope, not DJ. Or what? Maybe I don't know. I don't know what you saying. KLLD, but it's DJ Pope. It's Jason Pope was that cave's name, and we ain't heard nothing about him since. We don't know what he's doing with his life right now. Actually, I should do some follow up. But understand, while niggas is out here arguing, Chrystul Kizer is out here shooting the shit out of motherfuckers that's done kidnapped and sex trafficked her and sexually abusing her. She killing them. Y'all talking about what you bring to a goddamn table. Can you bring security and safety for your kids? No? Y'all not bringing that to the table? No? Okay. That's not, okay. Got you. Got you. That's not a part of the conversation. Okay. Femininity. Oh, okay. Okay. Got you. Masculinity. Got you. Got you. Got you. Our daughters are coming up missing as a yearly stat, being sex trafficked all over this fucking country. And the same motherfuckers that's out here doing this type of shit are being put on fucking pedestals. And y'all want to tell me niggas ain't dumb. Okay. We're going to move on. We're going to move on. Because this shit right here just makes me mad, man. It makes me mad that black people, the stuff that we talk about, it's just, we don't understand what the fuck going on out here. Maybe a cave hoe that's done adopted some cave kids can talk to y'all about racism. Now we're going to deal with Sandra Bullock. What's going on, Dylan? Let me just pause before I segue in here. Shout out to everybody. All my mods is in here. Everybody's here fucking with me right now. Y'all hit that like button for me. Y'all please do that. Hit that like button. So at least get me a little bit up in the algo. I know y'all ain't gonna go. It ain't gonna be heavy. I ain't gonna make it heavy up in the algo, but y'all that fuck with me, hit that like button for me, all right? I ain't asking you to hit up my Cashapp and all that shit every 5 minutes. Just hit that like button for me, though, please. All right? If you fucking with it. I know it's hard to fuck with me because I'm gonna talk about the coolness in you. I know that makes you mad. But understand, I just want you to stop. I said, I know that's hard, right? I know it's hard to stop. Oh boy, here we go. Some of y'all saw this video about Sandra Bullock floating around, and of course, black people we're out here celebrating this. Headline reads, "It's my job." Actor Sandra Bullock. I don't know why they put actress, but whatever. The bitch, man. I don't know. Maybe that's why she having to adopt, because the bitch, man. I don't know. But it says actor Sandra Bullock on her difficult conversations on race with her black children. Now here go Viola Davis. Here she go. Y'all see that? We talked about Viola Davis before when she did that movie with Liam Neeson, the white man from Taken. He was a gangster in Taken. They wasn't gonna sex traffic his motherfucking daughter, right? I got a particular set of skills. he wasn't about to let his daughter be sex trafficked. Oh no. He went and got her, right? Interestingly enough. But Viola Davis, during that time, she made a movie with him. Later on, it was something about them robbing banks. I forget the name of the movie exactly, but she had a quote coming from that that said, well, there need to be more black women in movies kissing white men. It was at that moment that I knew that regardless of how much I loved Viola Davis's face, regardless of how much I loved her opinions about natural hair, that she was a motherfucking coon. Okay, Ryan, you absolutely right. Widows was the name of that movie. Ryan, you be up on your movie shit. I respect that. But if you don't believe she said that, you can look it up yourself. Viola Davis says that more black women need to be in movies kissing white men. That's what she said. And I remember making a video about that because I was very disappointed in that. But it was at that moment that I realized that no matter how hype I got, no matter how much I respected some of the things that she had to say, that she was just a coon. All right. I'm gonna move this mic over so we can make sure you guys can hear. Now this is I just pulled it up, and Viola Davis is on here saying, Sandra Bullock, I love you. Now, let's see why she's loving Sandra Bullock. What the fuck did she do, right? Let's see what she had to say.
I have a beautiful black son. At the age of 6, he popped on a hoodie, and I was like, we're going to have a conversation. It's different for you than it is. And I said, what does it look like you're doing with the hoodie? And he says, well, I look like I'm hiding. You have anything to hide? He said, no. I said, then you don't need to wear it like that outside.
Now, this ain't a long clip, so I'm going to run that back. She says her 6-year-old black son had on a hoodie. Now, I don't believe this motherfucking story, but she says he put on a hoodie and he said, you know, what does it look like you're doing? He said, I look like I'm hiding. Now, I don't know of a kid that puts on a hoodie and say they look like they hiding, but this is the story that she tells, right? We're going to run it back. She's going to educate him.
I have a beautiful black son. At the age of 6, he popped on a hoodie, and I was like, we're going to have a conversation. It's different for you than it is. And I said, what does it look like you're doing with the hoodie? And he says, well, I look like I'm hiding. You have anything to hide? He said, no. I said, then you don't need to wear it like that outside. I said, people are scared and will react to you differently.
And see, here's what these so-called non-racist cave bitches be on. Talking about people gonna look at you differently. No, bitch, the caves, yo people. Be specific. And this is the problem. Not only this cave bitch has. Not only this cave. Basically training her son and he has to, show he's non-threatening to all other caves because they're racist as fuck. She don't want to deal with that. She gonna go hard like that. And sadly enough, even black parents don't go hard like that. We like to try to fluff shit up. Fuck you mean they not gonna look at you the same? It ain't no they, bitch. Racist ass caves. racist ass me's is you, bitch. Is you. Fuck you mean, they. Let me go back a little bit. Hold on, we're gonna make it through this. I ain't gonna keep stopping it, y'all. Promise I ain't. Hold on. What the fuck? Okay.
Than if you were a white boy. And he denied hide. He said, no, I said, then you don't need to wear it like that outside. I said, people are scared.
People
will react to you differently than if you were a white boy. And he knows it. I let them see everything. I let them hear and know everything, see it all. I don't care if it scares them because it's my job to let them know that outside of these safe walls that things are different, but they know how safe they are in my house. And it's a scary thing to be a parent in general. It's a scary thing to think that when your beautiful son grows up and becomes a man, someone's not going to treat him the way that you treat him simply because of the color of his skin. It breaks my heart. It makes me full of rage. It makes me afraid.
Y'all hear this shit? Y'all hear this, right? They may not wait till he grow into a man, bitch. Tamir Rice. They may not wait that long. Tell the truth. Hold on, I'm gonna let it finish up.
But all I can do is my job, protect them and enlighten them, show them their power, show them how to be safe. But the system is not fair. This whole film is about a system of unfairness. And why don't we make more movies about those who are disenfranchised and aren't born into the luxuries that some of us have been lucky enough by the roll of the dice to have been born? I have a beautiful black.
This bitch said, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. Let's listen. Listen to this now. This bitch said that some of us have been lucky enough. There's a system of white supremacy in place. Has nothing to do with luck. If you're saying you're going to tell the truth to your black son, to your black children, then tell the motherfucking truth. You said you don't hide nothing from them. You hiding just in your explanation. Talking about people ain't gonna look at you different. Ain't no damn people. It's the caves. It's you. It's y'all. That's why your son won't be safe. Because of you. Because of you. And I even read something that she said, and I don't know if it's in here or not. I didn't see it in this clip, but she said sometimes she wishes that, you know, her kids was her color. Like, bitch, you adopted them. You could have adopted kids your color, ho. What you mean you wish? You need a genie for that? You need a genie for that. You wish. Save your whole ass wishes to end world hunger, bitch. You don't wish to have kids your color when you can just go get kids your motherfucking color. You're not educating your black kids properly anyway. They're just going to try to act as white as they possibly can and not even wear a hoodie because America is racist. And you had black folk all in the comments. We love no Sandra slander will be tolerated. You know how niggas is. It's shameful niggas. Oh my God. Just shameful niggas. No Sandra slander will be tolerated. Coons. Just cooning on a high level. If you like this bitch so much, you should have schooled her motherfucking. You should have went in on her ass. Because she doing it wrong. She's raising those black kids wrong. Now, mind you, again, to be fair, black folk don't know how to raise their black kids either. Not with no black identity. This white cave hoe damn sure know how to do it. And I guess black folk couldn't educate her even if they wanted to. Because you'll be telling your kid to pull their pants up and take their hoodie off too. To be as non-threatening as possible. Give them that Bill Cosby speech. The pound cake speech. That's the best you got for your black kids. Act white, be non-threatening. That's the best you niggas got. And I know this cave hoe. This all she got. Now, Sandra Bullock is a famous, rich celebrity actress hoe, right? Where is her organization to fight systematic racism? Does it exist? Is there a Sandra against racism? Maybe one of y'all can put me up on game in the chat. You have a voice, a cave voice, but it's a voice nonetheless. And if you were so concerned about your black kids, you would use your cave voice, start an organization, use your platforms to call out the caves, the people who gonna look at your kids differently, the caves. You'd have been calling them out. You'd have been doing that specifically. That's why when y'all talk about good white folk, I swear I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know. Sandra Bullock done blindsided and bird boxed her way into niggas' hearts. So much so that none of her nigga friends, and I'm assuming she has some, will even school this bitch on racism, systematic and institutional. But do black people have the ability to do so? Because we're such cowards that we can't teach our kids worth a fuck. The caves, hey, they damn sure ain't equipped for it. Even the so-called liberal, so-called non-racist ones, they're not equipped for the shit. Because they best thing to do is to tell their kids to act as white as they possibly can. But to be fair, ain't that the same thing niggas doing too? Be as non-threatening as you possibly can. And Viola Davis says, I love you for this. Viola Davis says, I love you for this. This was bars. What? Where is her organization? She could be getting together other actors and actresses in the same wavelength to stand against systematic racism. Go stand up for Chrystul Kizer. You could be doing that. You have the platform. Come on, man. Undiluted TV says, and I've seen a couple people saying it, says Madonna and let me just put it on the screen because that way people can see it. Madonna and Charlize Theron got their black sons in dresses. That would only be unique to me if black moms didn't have their sons in dresses too. I look at stuff and that may sound fucked up, but I see black men. I mean, black moms, they sons. I mean, I don't even know if that's something I can necessarily just pull out and pluck out. Say, look at what these cave hoes are doing. Black moms doing that too. Black fathers painting their motherfucking nails, wearing dresses. They doing the same shit too, calling it fashion. Y'all see these motherfuckers. I can only create that standard for I guess for these cave bitches that's adopting black kids if we had that standard for our motherfucking selves. We don't. Do I need to say Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, or is it unspoken, We don't have the standard for ourselves. And thus, I mean, we don't got the standard for ourselves. when on any given day you can see a full-blown black man, not even a black child, painting his nails, wearing women clothes, wearing purses. It's just like, what's the standard? What's the standard? Do we have a standard? I would argue that we don't. We're into now in this generation of just letting our kids be free. A 5-year-old can tell you that he want to be a girl. You think it's funny he walk around in your heels. We don't have a standard. And here you have a cave bitch with influence who doesn't have an anti-racism organization of any kind. But yet, she wants to teach her black children, her adopted black children, about how the world works. Showing them the truth. Her black kids may need to pull up over here at B123. I'll show them. Now that may have them calling their mom a cave, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Like, she'd be like, what the fuck? Cave? Why you calling me that? Technically, mom, that is where you came from. You can't be mad at the truth. Remember you told us like you like to tell the truth. You want us to be exposed to the truth? Well, then you are a cave. Unless you like Neanderthal better. But I was trying to stall you out, you know. Cave is cleaner, you know. We know how you love the truth. Get your black nigger ass. Oh. Yeah. You slipped, didn't you, bitch? Once them kids make you mad, huh? Uh-huh. Slipped up. Well, he called me a cave. I didn't know. Bitch, you a cave. I mean, you got to disprove him. You can't be mad at him and call him a nigger, you know. You got to disprove him. Tell him you didn't come from there. Lie to him. You bitch. You don't see Sandra Bullock on the front lines fighting no type of motherfucking racism nowhere in this country. I've never heard of her doing it. The closest thing she came was Blindside, and that was a goddamn movie. And they, good Lord, that bullshit. Her being a fucking white savior. Like, what the fuck? Talk about that. Talk about the movies, the movie industry, always putting black people in roles where they need a fucking white savior. Tell the truth. If you claim you tell the truth, tell the motherfucking truth then. You bitch. Boy, hang on. Hold on. Let me calm down. Let me calm down real quick. I know how black folk get offended when you call cave hoes bitches. Oh man, y'all know I told y'all on damn near every show we're gonna say fuck these cave hoes. I'm gonna make sure we say it because that's what we do. Reciprocity, remember? This bitch claiming she want to give her kids the truth and she don't know the truth for her goddamn self. She's scared to tell the truth because the truth is people who look just like her are the racists in this society, are the enemy to black people because that's the system they chose. To expose that truth to her children would be to expose herself. And she can't do that. And if you're not willing to expose yourself, then there is no way you're willing to tell the motherfucking truth to no kids. It's impossible. Bitch. It's impossible. You're still lying. You made it seem like it was some random people in society that's gonna treat your son some type of way over a hoodie. No, it's not random people. It's your motherfucking people. Oh, we not mad at Lane. No one's mad at her movie. You can't be perceiving that. You can't be perceiving that. This is not anger. This is the fact of how black people are depicted. Typically in movies, if they have a success story, there is a white savior. I thought we all understood that. Lane, I don't know about you sometimes. You be saying some shit. I mean, Lane, let me put your comment up here. You be saying some questionable shit. That's questionable. That's a very questionable comment. And it's really borderline coon shit, really. Honestly. That's some borderline coon shit. Quite frankly. No one's mad. But even if you take away the fake ass based on a true story aspect of it, movies will generally have a white savior. Hell, y'all even had that in your Black Panther, and that's a fictitious movie. It doesn't really matter the movie type, based on a true story, dramatization, comic book, white savior. Is what it is. Whatever movie you want to pick. She is in that industry, and thus she could talk about why that is. She could do that. But she won't. She refuses to do so. Because her version of the truth to her black children is that, well, there are like 5 people out here that may not treat you the same. Not the society, not the system. I mean, she did say the system was unfair. She should have said the system is racist as fuck, and particularly against black people. That's the truth. See, when you say things like the system is unfair, it just doesn't shine a true light on the situation. It doesn't shine a true light on the situation. This is what I'm trying to make imperative, that black people teach our kids the actual truth, not your version of truth. And actually, because I'm about to get off here in a minute, but actually, what we're going to do tomorrow on Patreon, once I get off, I saw this video. Somebody sent me this video, and shout out to the people who are actually sending me content, things to talk about, react to, things like that. I really appreciate you. If you want to send me something, you can hit me up on Instagram. They keep blocking me on Facebook, and really they'll delete me on Instagram too. So it's best to email me, teamrobb123@gmail.com. Links in the description box. But I saw this video of a black woman apologizing to black men. And tomorrow on Patreon, for my Patreon subscribers, if you're not subscribed to me on Patreon, I mean, I can't say you bullshitting yet, but here soon, once I get rolling, you're gonna be on some bullshit, right? We're gonna do this on Patreon tomorrow. I'm gonna come on camera, and we're gonna do this shit together as a team. We're gonna look at this. I think it's about 30 minutes long, and I want to talk about this because when I sit and watched it, it was interesting to me to see this video. I don't know if some of you have seen that or not. But it was interesting to me to see this black woman basically issue an apology to black men. So I want to break that down and talk about, the things I saw that was cool, things that weren't so cool. I want to talk about that. We'll be doing that tomorrow on Patreon. I will announce the time actually on Patreon. I'll be doing that. Okay. Because what I did last time, I made a mistake of, I put something up on YouTube wall asking about what I should do on Patreon. I think it was going to be me watching the movie The Harder They Fall with us. And I'm going to make sure I make those posts specific to Patreon members. So that way, who gives a fuck what everybody else thinks? It's what my Patreon members want to do. And we'll go with that. But I will be doing it on Patreon tomorrow. We're going to talk about that. I appreciate y'all for coming here and spending this time with me tonight. Y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Share this video because I feel like a lot of times, man, we don't talk about this shit in a proper way because we're scared. Our channels aren't going to be monetized and all that shit. We not worried about that shit over here. Okay, we're not concerned about the monetization aspect of it. These is just facts. These are just facts that I'm talking about here. Okay, these cave hoes out here acting like they give a fuck about black people is false. If they cared about black people, there are enough cave hoes out here that they can have an organization to prove that they actually care something about black folk. Adopting black kids, cool. You can have them, be your little handmaids around your motherfucking house and turn them to your little dolls or your little in-house slaves, and you can do all that type of shit. But to show that you actually give a fuck, you would be out here exposing systematic and institutional racism and exposing yourself in the process. That's the truth. Exposing your motherfucking people in the process. That's the motherfucking truth. Because you're not worried about protecting them from me when I see them in a hoodie. I'm not the people that you're worried about because you made a generalized statement and nobody checked on it. Viola Davis got on there and was a motherfucking coon the whole goddamn time. She don't know how to do nothing but coon at this point. And thus, you're not dealing with the situation as a whole. You're not dealing with the situation as a whole. You're just not. And to me, that makes you disingenuous as fuck. Some of you that were new to the Chrystul Kizer situation, we'll keep our eye out on that and see if America lives up to its 3Ks or not. Typically, we know America does. It lives up to the 3Ks that I put in that motherfucker. It lives up to it. Damn near. I ain't going to say damn near. I will say damn near every time. I will say 9.5 times out of 10. It lives up to its 3Ks. There's no reason that Chrystul Kizer should be in prison. She knew, based on her knowledge of her blackness, that the system, the government, the cops, they weren't going to come looking for her. And thus, she had to take matters into her own hands. She was traumatized by the situation she was in. Open and shut motherfucking case. Easy. In a righteous world, right? But that's not the one we live in. But I do appreciate y'all for coming out here and spending this time with me. I will see y'all tomorrow night. I will announce the time because I thought I was going to get in here earlier today, but I ran up into some traffic on Independence. I know y'all ain't from Charlotte, but that traffic on Independence is crazy. It was a wreck out there and everything. So, I didn't get home as soon as I thought I would, but I will announce the time tomorrow when we're going to be going up on Patreon and talking about this video that this woman put out up on Facebook. And I'll see y'all there. Mad love. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. Black first, second, and third. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out.